Okay, so nothing I say is true. I'm tired as hell. Got home past midnight, and so, yeah. Well, I want to talk about being a targeted individual and the work that's necessary to break free from your simulated reality. So I'm just going to say it straight. We are in a matrix simulation. There's work to do telepathically that you can do to hear the demon beings that are running the matrix. I send out messages about that. I put them in the comment boxes, and I'm going to say it again. You just close your eyes around children and you say, who is here to harm me? And they will usually laugh at you and say something about what you just said. Or they can scream. I did a test. Well, I was talking in a video, and then I said, look, I'm going to do it right now. And I closed my eyes, and the kids across the street were there. Very demonically connected children, because it's a rich private school. So there's a Rolls Royce that parks over there, right? That's the type of fucking energy. These kids' parents are watching the Kim Kardashian show, connecting them to fucking like Lucifer in his finest, at his finest, up his finest, whatever the fuck. So the bottom line is this. If you're a targeted individual, you've come into this reality sent from source to come and break up your own fallen angel family, break up their little party here. So how do we break up the party from Lucifer? Well, it's really easy. We start doing codes, alchemizing the codes that are already in our life. So I'm always alchemizing in my videos with codes that are playing in the background. Those codes get into people's consciousness, beings' consciousness, and alchemize their reality. So a lot of times I'm doing videos and you'll hear these sounds in the backwards. This is the matrix magic codes that I have. And I know for myself that I'm no longer gang stalked. This energy using codes. I just had a phone call from London. I spoke to a guy who is a targeted individual. His children are being targeted, and he refuses to see through because of the mind control that's happening to him. He does not have the ability to accept my codes as a possible answer, because all you have to do is test the codes. So what I did was I said some codes in reverse. I said -11, -29, -38, I forgot the other one. Hold on. Oh, 47. -47. You see, that's an Illuminati number. That's why I forgot it. -56. -65. -74. -83. And -92. I said those codes, and boom, his phone cut off. We were talking on Instagram. And he got a message, he said, that he had never heard before. That your phone is overheating. Well, what I told him was when you use my codes, you're going to have anomalies happen. Things will happen. When you do my writing, and listen, it's the same information. You need to write negative 13, negative 17, negative 233, negative 113, negative 115, negative 322, negative 13th power, negative 17th power, negative 9, negative 6, negative 3, negative 963. You start to write all these numbers on your social security number, on your old addresses as a child. You write these numbers on your current address. All the numbers that are your favorite numbers, all of the lucky numbers you have, they're all demonic numbers that have been downloaded into your mind to create your targeted individual experience. So these numbers are frequency specific codes. I'll turn this down. So these numbers are frequency specific codes that are frequency specific. What do I mean by that? I mean that they are frequency connected to beings that only appear in your consciousness based on numbers, because that's their code. They have to be sent in. Similarly to the adrenochrome code. The adrenochrome code, if you look it up, it's like negative 9, negative N, negative 9, negative 3, 0, 1, some bullshit like that, right? So I negativize everything. You have to. The matrix is wired backwards. So back to the codes, the frequency specific beings that are coming into this. We're in a matrix reality that is controlled by spirits. Logos are downloads into your conscious mind. Codes, colors, shapes, they all bring in certain demons. This is why they have something called sacred geometry. This is it's Luciferian. It's not satanic. You have satanic, which is the dark side in this reality. And then you have the Lucifer light, which is all Reiki, spirituality, yoga, fucking religions, positivity, right? Because if you're in a demonic reality and you're going to believe into these positive things, these are the false light of Lucifer. And guess what? Notice that no one else experiences hell here except for us targeted individuals. Now, I've moved out of my hellish experience and I'm living in a psychic battle now. My battle is not through physical beings. What I can sense is spirits coming out of all types of beings. But I'm not being stalked like I was in my initial targeted individual program that was activated. So the activation of my program started after collecting a lot of codes. Notice when you get a message on your, like from Google, it's always going to have a variable of the number negative 11. Notice that. There will always be a negative 47, negative 83, a negative 11, and the cat started fighting. Hey, chill out. Don't do that. See, and when you start doing these codes, there will be energy response syndromes. And that is a proof to you that you are influencing this matrix reality computer. This matrix reality is a fucking like light years advanced technology using fucking fallen angel energies, demonic reptilian energies, and there's a network called the Archon Network. The Archon Network is truly a network that is designed to telepathically read your thoughts so they can guide your thoughts through manipulations. So this is how all of you guys who are, hold on. Everyone who is being stalked in this reality, you have to alchemize these numbers. You can't put that's the worst number you could ever put. Negative 47, it's like doing a spell on somebody. You want to alchemize that like right there with a negative. surrounded by negative 13 and negative 17. And I'm going to go one further. Anyway, it doesn't matter. These codes are fucking powerful. Start to indulge in these codes. Write them down on everything you have. And this is the codes that I have playing. There are videos I have, and they're very loud. You need to audio record them and start playing them so you can, remember I'm saying all these beings are frequency specific? These beings are not only frequency specific, it's for a reason. So they can latch on into your mind and they get locked in here, and now they can speak to you through the codes that you've been given, your license plate, all your addresses, whatever, right? And what happens is you're bringing in those demonic energies, the same ones every time, and they have a strong grip on you. When you start playing my codes, you start to alchemize that, and you start to cut the cords of these demonic beings that are in your mind. So they are all invested in making decisions for you about not doing my work. I am the only true messenger in this reality who has this information available for you. And not many beings will do the work. Some will. And then the matrix will begin to crash. The reason we have had COVID is due to the awakening that I've had using codes and downloading codes into other people's minds. I sent out over 17,013.17 emails regarding the apocalyptic sequencing that would be occurring. As soon as I sent that out, it went into the consciousness of many beings, and COVID energies had to take place. Covinda negative 17, notice there's a code associated to it. I know what the code represents. It has to do with old codes in my mind from channel negative 19.17, CB radio. So the old CB radio codes that everyone was using massively in the United States was channel negative 19.13. Now they're reusing the code to speak into those channels of consciousness. Look, I receive live feeds, direct telepathic downloads about everything that I think about. So this is why I am everyone who does the codes becomes psychic. You start to open up portals to hear these messages from your angelic family from the other side who love you beyond measure. So I don't speak a lot about the experience of gang stalking because you can go to any damn YouTube channel and hear the stories. I'm not here to put energy in the past. I'm here to tell you I broke through it because I am the targeted individual gang stalking leader. In a sense, right? Because I'm the only one who can help targeted individuals break free. What will stop you from doing the work? Religious attitudes, past beliefs, paranoia. And these are all programs that the dark side, let's just say, so you have the light over here, Lucifer. Then you have over here the darkness, satanic shit. You're right in the middle. Ronnie James Dio, Caught in the Middle, is the song about you. If you ever want to YouTube search that song, put Dio, D-I-O. And Dios means God. So he's connected to that demonic God figure. And the true nature name of that being that we refer to as God is the source of all creation. So these are the true languages that don't fit in your reality. And you may say, well, this is not for me, and you will have to suffer negative karma. Negative karma comes in the form of like negative events take place in your life. Like Matt Hughes, when I sent him, the UFC fighter, I talk about it. I sent him a apocalyptic message. Remember I was talking about the fucking 17,013.17 emails? Matt Hughes received one. Ignored it, and he was hit by a freight train. So he's retarded. And if you look at him speaking, he's not mentally there. He tried to, he choked his wife. Tried to, what else? Something with his brother. Tried to destroy his brother's tractor. He had many restraining orders on him. And he acts like a nice guy on video. So this is the crazy shit we're dealing with. Yes, I sent him the message. He ignored it. And so negative karma shows up like shit like that. Really bad experiences. Sometimes not so bad. Maybe you just have a car accident. Maybe you lose your job. Maybe you end up in the hospital. Maybe, what else? Oh, now if you have family, you can cause them harm through negative karma. So negative karma also comes especially in depression. Negative karma comes in the form of, what's the other one? Negative emotions. So these are the things that people will experience after ignoring. Like they'll get into arguments in their household. They'll just, they're used to depression. So most TIs, when they don't respond to my message, they're just like, well, my life's already fucked up. And not many beings can hear this message. I'm just going to tell you, like I told the person on the phone today. There are spells that are stopping people from being able to hear the message. So, okay. So this is what we're up against. The codes that you've been given through the corporate entities, watching cartoons, eating cereal in the morning, all the corporate connected foods you're eating. There is no way not to connect to energies here. They just hand off you from, let's say you leave religion, right? And you go into spirituality. You start going to a yoga center. Well, now the Archon Network, they're delivering your adrenochrome energies. They do a handoff. Okay, I'm still getting a commission, a little piece. I'm not getting the big piece because when you were coming to me for energy, you're coming to church. I was the pastor, and I was receiving your energies, and now you've gone to the yoga place. You don't come to church anymore. Well, now I'm still getting a cut of that commission. It's the way they've designed their structure of adrenochrome transference and commissions. So the commissioner, where's the commissioner from? Oh, Batman. There's a lot of weird shit. And if you start to do my codes, you'll become psychic, receiving psychic information about coincidences in your life that were actually spells. So this may sound like the same message, but I don't have anything else to talk about in this reality, since this is why I've incarnated. This is my fucking job. And it gets boring when I don't hear any people doing the work. So I need to find out, hey, any of you guys are actually doing the work, making the audios of my codes and listening to them to remove those demonic spirits from you. I want to hear how it goes. I want to have you on video so you can share with other people like what really happened. When you do the writing, go into a McDonald's or go into a place where there's a lot of people and start doing the writing, and you're going to see all of a sudden, if you go to Starbucks, right? It's all calm when you get there. You start writing these codes, all of a sudden, someone gets in an argument over a phone charger. You know, some bullshit. You're going to cause it because those demonic beings were there through their holographic field called a person, but it's not. It's a digital disguise. So you've got all these undercover agent demonic beings in disguise looking like human forms. And don't believe their demeanor. Their demeanor will look like they have a real backstory. Oh, look at them. You know everything about them just by looking at them. Those are download mind control techniques used onto you by the demonic mind controllers. The whole reality is about controlling your mind so you don't do the work and you don't help the source of all creation. You made a deal to do that. So I was talking about the electromagnetic frequency situation. So your thoughts are electric and your feelings are magnetic. You're an electromagnetic field, a walking gyro of energy. Like, and these energies can be measured by the demonic forces. You can't see what's going on, but they're reading every thought you have, and they're reading the openings of thought. They're creating openings of thought through codes, songs, magic spells like that, right? Everything you're doing in this reality has energetic value in a matrix magical code because it's a computer language, right? So you start to adjust the computer language, you're going to see responses take place. This is what happens every single time. So it's provable. And the craziest thing is you can't really tell this to a psychologist. You'll get in trouble. So you have to know in what arena to speak your truths and how to do it. The best way to speak, psychic information, if you're a TI, because you'll notice something. There are psychic people on television. There are psychic people with signs in their front yard, right? There are psychic businesses. But as soon as you become psychic, why do you go to the psych ward? Why aren't these beings going there, right? Because this reality is a fucking scam.